number one recruiting tool that you do have, ladies and gentlemen, is the stock program. And the most powerful way of integrating the stock program is starting with the personal testimony at the beginning, talking about it at the booking program, generating interest for people, and closing with the stock program. Yes, we talk about it at the open house, but strong closers don't wait to the open house to close on the stock program. They do it in the home. So how you explain the stock program, how you sell the stock program, how you promote the stock program is going to determine how well people buy into it and how strong of a close it will be. Again, the stock program is a tool for recruiting. It's also a tool to help people overcome the objection of money. So I'm working with that at the end. So if people weren't thinking about doing the business, there's really some objections to the business. I don't have the time. I'm not a very good salesperson. I tried sales before and I wasn't successful. I don't know a lot of people. I'm not a great cook. Those are the primary objections that you're going to come across. But the element of greed, if you will, if the carrot is big enough, people will go after that and they'll forget about the obstacles. So with the stock program, one of the nice things is the same set you buy, you can get for free. And when you get your free set, you can keep it, you can sell it, or you can give it to one of your loved ones. So if your budget is a little bit tight, let me tell you, this business is perfect for you because the stock program gives you a risk-free opportunity to try the business for 90 days. Go through our training program. Somebody will hold you by the hand. You'll be partnered with one of our trained chefs that will help you through the field training, that will be with you on your dinners, that will help you present the value of the product and help put money in your pocket. Now, all you need to do is focus on doing 2 to 3 dinners a week. What does that work out to in your time slot? Maybe 6 to 10 hours a week. So this is really a very part-time basis. Not only can you make immediate income on your next show, all the referrals that come from those shows, they're your shows. You can feel good about helping your friends earn free gifts. And more importantly, at the end of the 90 days, simply by doing 2 to 3 dinners a week or about 10 dinners a month and doing those 30 dinners in 90 days, most of which are from referrals, the same set you purchase today, you're going to get for free. Now, if the budget's tight, like I said before, put it on a monthly plan. All you got to do is put a small amount down, get started, and chances are you'll be making money before your first monthly installment is due with the monthly company. And after the 90 days, if you choose to sell your set, no problem. On your next qualified sale, you sell that set and the company will cut you a check for the net difference. That money that you receive, you can put it directly towards your product. You can go and buy something. Most people initially when they do the stock program, they think, I'm going to sell it. But in reality, what they end up doing is they end up keeping it because they made a very nice part-time income in the process. So let me ask you, do you like the idea of the stock program or are you just interested in getting the cookware? So again, once you answer the question, okay, once you answer an objection, you have to close. In that closing statement, you may have made a note of, I really said what? Did you like the idea of the stock program or are you just interested in the cookware? They said just the cookware. Don't talk about the opportunity anymore. Start focusing just on the product. Okay, and again, if it's a money objection, show them a smaller set. Now, our job is to help people get the best set to fit their needs and their budget. So, you know what? Sometimes when we're downselling, what we want to do is we want to show value in the smaller pieces. Initially, what we do when we're showing the sets, we show value in having a complete system. So sometimes if you do a very good job showing the brochure, people go, well, if I'm going to get it, I'm going to get that select or ultimate set. Okay, you can say, great, that's a perfect set to get eventually, but what you really need now is you need to get started on something. Remember, you're an advisor, you're a consultant. You get paid for giving good advice. So give them the good advice that they need to get started on something because they need something to cook on. They can only eat raw food so much, right? So, you know, recommend, if it's a small family, recommend some small pieces. If it's a larger family, put together a custom pad with some larger pieces. The most important thing is they have the opportunity to get a gift by getting started today, and they can upgrade later simply by paying the price difference. Now, back to the money thing again. If it is money, there's either the total investment or the monthly investment. Sometimes the monthly investment is okay, but people, it's the down payment, it's the timing. Sometimes if people just spend a bunch of money over Christmas, tax time of the year, paid tuition for their children, just came back from vacation, just bought a new house, cash flow is going to be a little bit tight. Maybe their credit is excellent. Maybe they can afford on regular situations, but they're a little bit tight temporarily, and it's more of a timing situation. If that's the case, sometimes there's things we can do with the finance program. Okay, and if you're not clear on that, always call your dealer at the end of the show. So if people like it, but it's a timing thing, just ask them. Let me ask you, are you more concerned about the down payment or the monthly payment? If they say both, okay, well, let me ask you, okay, based on your food savings chart, you know you're going to save $120 a month. So you know if you're using Saladmaster and saving $120 a month, you can afford $120 a month, right? So the question is do you want to get the set you can afford based on your food savings, or did you want to get the set you wanted? Okay, now what we're doing is we're redirecting the psychology of money to them where, oh, I'm being reminded that my set pays for itself. And in many cases, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that will clinch a deal. All you have to do is just remind people of the money savings, remind them of the value, and it puts them over the edge. If it's the down payment, there's some things we can do. Call your dealer for specifics. Sometimes we can reduce the down payment if they have good credit. Okay? Sometimes you can split the down payment if they have good credit, but pre-qualify them. If they do not have good credit and they don't have a down payment, we can't help them. But we can maybe at least help them get some free gifts for hosting or get a set on the stock program. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is a stock program. Make sure you articulate that well and present it persuasively so that people feel confident and comfortable with making a decision, with partnering with you in joining the business. In conclusion, okay, sometimes when we're talking about money, people normally pay cash, so they're not really sold on the financing, so we have to sell the monthly plan. Sometimes they're going to say, what's the interest rate? Okay, well, in a group environment, I don't recommend you answer that directly. There's many ways you can answer it. Even though it's over 20%, most people that's a shocker, okay? But the people that can afford, we can give them interest-free. So if it's a timing thing, maybe their credit card is full and they can afford to pay it in 3 months after they pay their credit card, okay? For them getting started today, they can get their dinner show bonus with a small down payment. We can actually give them a no interest option for, say, 6 months. That gives them a breathing space where it's like free money for 6 months, and then they can do a balance transfer on their Visa or MasterCard after that. Okay, so that may not be an option though. They may have to go on a monthly plan, so we have to sell the interest a little bit. Well, again, if we break the interest down on a monthly basis, it's about 1.8% per month. Doesn't sound so bad. Or if people ask the interest, there's the APR and there's the actual amount they pay. So the amount they pay is actually going to be determined upon how long it takes them to pay for the product. So most people don't take a full 36 months to pay for it. Most people pay it off a year, year and a half. So I like to base it and tell people it's approximately $120 extra per thousand per year. Okay, now people say that's 12%. It's not 12%, but that's what they pay for interest. And sometimes that's easier to digest because some people it was 20%. Wow, that's like $200 per thousand per year. But it's not, because the interest is on a declining balance. So how you explain the interest sometimes really gets people feel more comfortable with going ahead with the monthly. In addition, on the interest, I always like to tell people, listen, you're getting over $1,000 in gifts with your set. That's going to pay for the interest, even if it took you, 2 or 3 years to pay for it. So putting their mind at ease on interest is important. And the final thing is we always call at the end of the dinner to register. If a customer's asking for an extra gift, tie them down. Don't promise you're going to give them a gift if you're not sure if you can give them a gift. But if you know you can give them a gift, don't tell them, okay, I can give you the gift. Tie them down with a question. And that is, if I could, would you? If I could get you the rice cooker and the skillet with your essential set, would you consider going ahead today? Chances are the customer will probably say maybe, or maybe they'll say yes, or they'll say, well, I'm not sure yet. Okay? Either way, if they say maybe or they say yes, say, let me call my manager to see what we can do for you. Okay? At the end of the dinner. Hi, this is James calling at the end of dinner. Yes, I had a lot of fun. We booked 2 dinners. Yes, I've got 3 people coming down to the open house. I do have a question though. I've got one customer very, very interested in the essential set. Bob and Mary. Okay, they say hi. My boss says hi to you. They want to get the essential set. They like the electric skillet, but they're kind of grinding me a little bit, and they really, really want to get that MP5, that rice cooker too. Is it possible that we can give them both the electric skillet and rice cooker if they purchase today? Just a sec. My boss wants to know if you're getting it or using monthly or credit card. So definitely using monthly. They're definitely using the monthly plan. Okay. Okay. All right, just let me just say. So if we can give you those, both of those items, you definitely go ahead today, right? They say yes. You go to your boss, confirm, stick out your hand, and say, welcome to the Saladmaster family. Okay, thank you very much, boss. Hang up. Any questions on paperwork, make sure you call the dealer. Okay, if you're doing financing, remember, you have to sign the bottom, customer has to sign the bottom. Date has to be there. When you leave, customer needs a copy. If there's a credit card, make sure you make a credit card imprint. If it's a preferred credit, there's a couple key things. The more complete, the better. Okay? Separate this thing and make sure you give a copy of the terms and conditions after it's completed in full. Make sure we have social security number. Make sure we initial for auto pay. And make sure we initial on both sides, on the bottom and signature. Both husband and wife's information on the application side. And ladies and gentlemen, literally, it's as easy as that. Zig Ziglar, the famous motivational speaker, once said that 80% of all sales are made after 5 closing attempts, meaning that people will give you stalls and they'll give you objections. The key is you need to be comfortable with answering those objections to help change more lives.